Trouble's going live this afternoon. So welcome. I'm Serena Curran, and today, I'm going to talk about the true source of power, and it's all about how you define yourself and who you're being and how you're connecting with your soul. So let us begin. You know, um, there's a lot of things said about how to create your future and what it is that you like to you desire, how to bring that into your life. But one of the areas that isn't hasn't been focused on is the actual the context out of which you do the creation. And that context is sort of like the container that holds it, the framework. It's like the setting out of which you create. And the setting out of which you create is actually how you define yourself, who you say you are, who you identify as, who you are being. And so when you want to get to the source of how to create wealth for yourself or create the life you desire, create the impact that you want to have, you need to come back to that container, to that context, to who you define yourself as being. Because how you define yourself, how you see yourself, how you are being, can either limit or expand your possibilities. And of course, you always want to be moving towards expanding them, right? So that you can bring more things into your life, you can have more impact, you can be part of what I call the recreation revolution. That revolution we're in now, where we're recreating how we do business, we're recreating our world, we're recreating ourselves. And so it's that opportunity to become an expanded version of yourself, to be able to become an expanded version of yourself, to to really embody your soul qualities, to live from that your heart, to design your business around who you are, and instead of design your business by some idea of what business should be, but actually designing it so that it perfectly suits you. And what happens when you do that? You enjoy what you're doing in your life. It brings you energy, and that energy just naturally, you know, helps you to do more, helps you to expand, helps you to contribute at a higher level. When you do things that you don't enjoy, that don't align with your soul, or not about your soul, your energy actually contracts and everything gets harder. You get a little bit smaller. The possibilities aren't there for you. So the more you bring in those soul qualities, the more you can expand, the more you can have impact. And of course, impact is about how many people can you influence? What are the numbers of people that you can influence? And there's a kind of a spiral relationship between impact and income, in that the more people you can help, the more impact you have, the more income you have, and then the more people you can help, the more impact you have. So it's sort of a spiral that the more impact you can have, the more income you can generate, and the more impact you can have. And of course, the purpose for being here is to help create this new world that we're in the process of recreating right now. And so expansion becomes very important. And this is one of the things I work with my clients about through this recreation of who they are. And it's in a container that's very nurturing and supportive and allows them to expand very easily and naturally into a bigger version of themselves. And so that bigger version of themselves then makes that bigger contribution and helps us to create the new world that we all want to see. So that's sort of the long and the short of it, and I hope you come away understanding how very important it is that you pay attention to who you're being, that you put your attention on your own identity, how you define yourself, what you think about what's possible for you, and allowing yourself to expand into being that cosmic being, that one of a kind cosmic being that came here to contribute to the planet and allowing yourself to live from that space and to create your business and your life from that space and be able to expand your influence and your impact and enjoy wealth. And so on that, I wish you a beautiful day.